1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome to the Kayfabe Is Dead Podcast, episode 30. I think it being episode 30 marks that this is my, not longest, but my most episodes for a podcast out of all podcasts that I have. I have an NBA podcast and I have an MMA podcast. You can both find those on this channel. And this actually got the most episodes in it. So just a little quick shout out to myself for that one because it's lit. Hey, how you guys doing today? I am your host, the only person here today. I'm the only person doing this review for Great Balls of Fire. I am your host, the voice of the youth Christian, and we are here to talk, just as I said, Great Balls of Fire, the pay-per-view that happened last night. I would have reviewed it last night, but I didn't get to watch the pay-per-view till like 10:30-ish. I was waiting for my friend who was on the podcast before, Jesse, and my girlfriend to come over to watch it with them. And yeah, by the time we finished it, it was like 2 a.m. We weren't trying to record anything. But nevertheless, I saw it. Did I like it? Did I love it? Did I hate it? I guess you guys will soon find out. I didn't see the pre-show match, so Neville Tozawa, I'm sorry. I knew what was going to happen. I knew Neville was going to win. It didn't really intrigue me, and sorry about that. But I was right on all my predictions, so can I just get a roundup for me? And the thing with that is I said, if anything, I'm probably wrong because I don't see all heels winning. And all heels won from pre-show to the main event. So if that spoils anything, I'm sorry. But every heel in this card won. Whether it be by heel fashion or just normal Brock Lesnar beating Samoa Joe fashion. Let's get to it though. We had to start it off on the main card, the match I was least excited for by far. And I was like, why are they starting this match first? To be honest, it was Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Although I was kind of mad that they put it first because I wasn't interested in it at all, it was a very smart move on the half of WWE. I must admit, after it happened, I thought about how smart the move truly was, and it was. It was a smart move because the reason right here, nobody cared about this match, but guess what? Everybody cares about the first match. Everybody has to be hyped for the first match. If this match was to happen where I probably thought it would have happened in the burner spot between either right before the first main event, which is the Strowman-Roman match, or it would happen in between the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar match. So to have it in the first spot, I thought that was actually a smart move, even though I didn't care for the match. The match happened, it went on, it was a fine match. I mean, nothing special, but nothing terrible, and I still didn't care for the match. The real first match to me was Enzo and Cass, but I gotta judge the card as a whole, and that did happen, so it is what it is. As far as the match goes, Bray Wyatt won after he hit a poke in the eye and then hit him with a Sister Abigail. And yeah, I mean, Bray Wyatt wins, so that's good. A win for Bray Wyatt is always a good thing because he needs as many as possible. And it wasn't like that heel, you know what I mean? And it took one Sister Abigail. It was cool. Unfortunately, this looks like it means the feud isn't over, and that's where I have a problem. But yeah, as far as this match goes, to be honest with you, I didn't like it just because I wasn't into it. And I need much more than just a wrestling match alone to get me into something. And a regular, degular, average wrestling match isn't going to do that for me either. So this was honestly a bad way to start the card. Not for me. I still think it was a smart move, but it kind of took me out of it so early, so soon. Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. Enzo Amore, of course, cut a promo before the match actually started, and he cut the promo of his life. One of the promo of his life. I think the one he had last episode of Raw. I think it was last episode of Raw, where he basically spilled out all his emotions. I thought that promo was better than this one. I didn't really connect with the, what's his name, Frank Sinatra quotes and all that. I thought it was clever, but at the same time, I feel like it wasn't as, not that it wasn't executed right, it just sounded better on paper than him actually saying it, if we're being honest with you. It was fine though. It was no complaints. I mean, Enzo Amore is a good talker. He could talk about anything, and we're gonna be into it. And with his emotion, with his performance, and his vocal enthusiasm, and everything, the guy could talk. We know that. Can he wrestle? He got squashed by Cass. It was like a 5-minute murder. Cass absolutely destroyed him. I don't think Cass fell to his knees once. Cass did get an entrance. You know, he can't be rocking with the Enzo Amore theme song now. The theme music was okay. It felt very generic. He honestly did feel like a jobber coming out to Monday Night Raw with the theme music and the video package, which was just said Big Cass. I don't know how I feel about it. I hope they add more to it with a video package and maybe a proper presentation of it. But as far as what I saw yesterday, I was not feeling it. To me, NXT is a great example for this. When a person has these grandioso entrances, these amazing entrances with the amazing theme music to back it up, it kind of makes the superstar feel more important and makes them more important. Now you're like, wow, this guy got an entrance like this. They put time into him. I gotta watch this match now. The Shinsuke Nakamura's, the Bobby Roodes, the Sanities, the who else? I mean, I'm not trying to only name NXT stars, but Bray Wyatt. Who else got a crazy entrance? Ember Moon's entrance is great on NXT. You know, even Ty Dillinger's entrance felt special with everything. But nevertheless, the match happened. It did the job. I knew Big Cass was going to squash him, as he should have. And the feud's going to continue. I just don't know what they're going to do with it from here. Because it wasn't like Enzo put up a fight for another rematch to say, like, he deserves it. But we'll see. I really hope Enzo doesn't fall off the face of the universe, because I need a promo from him once a week, just like I need the Fashion Files in my life. He's amazing. He's amazing, and you need that type of energy. And over the last month alone, he maybe has became the best babyface on the roster, at least for the Raw roster. Who's better than him as a babyface? I can't think of anybody else. The babyface that they push is Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, and neither of those people are getting reactions like Enzo Amore. And damn, did the SAWFT, that shit was loud. The crowd was into it. Shout out to American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. They were pretty active for this card, so shout out to them. What else we had next? Now I gotta look into my notes. That was all just off the top of my head. Let's see. Sorry. I thought I could do it all without looking at my notes. Alright, I'm right here. Alright, so after that, they had alright, this is probably match of the night for me. It was the Hardys versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, with Iron Man matches, it's a little bit tougher to get into, I guess, because we all know, like, the first 20 minutes basically doesn't matter. And you can only really get into it with the last 10 almost. But the psychology in the first 20 minutes was amazing. I feel like the strategies to get the pins was all executed perfectly. And we've seen all types of pins. Quick ones, as we did in the very beginning. Countouts. I don't think we've seen a disqualification, but you're getting the gist of it. They were up 2-0. Cesaro and Sheamus were up 2-0 to start the match off. After doing the immediate bro kick, they faked the tag and hit a bro kick. I thought that was cool. That was unique. And, they had a 2-0 lead. Hardys eventually came back. Last 10 minutes were amazing. Every second of it, amazing. And it ended what the Hardys caught up completely. It was 3-3 with a minute and a half to go. 2 minutes to go, around there. And Cesaro, I forgot what was the last finish. I think, I know it was a roll-up or something like, damn. I'm sorry. It was a quick roll-up. I forgot how the roll-up was executed, but it was a roll-up, and it caught Jeff Hardy off guard. He got pinned, and then Cesaro, with 18 seconds to go, rolled out the ring, ran around in the ring. Finally, Jeff Hardy got a hold of him, threw him inside, hit the Twist of Fate with 4 seconds to go, pinned him with 2 seconds to go, and if the clock had 1 more second to it, it would have been a tie, going to whether it would be sudden death or just be another tie. Couldn't happen. The wits of Cesaro and Sheamus prevailed. not only did that happen, while all this was happening, I'm pretty sure it was an uppercut by Cesaro to Matt Hardy, or uppercut by Sheamus or Cesaro to Matt Hardy. He got busted open. And when he was in the corner getting, like, he was very bloody, super bloody. A cut, I feel like it was right above his, or either above or on his eyebrow. And he was looking broken. He was looking out of it. And that right there, between that, the tooth, just, I low-key want to say, I don't think it's real, but they didn't show the replay for that uppercut, which they usually would, to see where the bleeding started. And I would like to know, maybe if he cut himself intentionally, and then is this the start of the broken universe? He was looking super, super broken. And I keep seeing on his Twitter, he says it's coming soon. He's saying, I haven't heard any disputes about it recently, and if it's coming soon, I think right now would be a good time, because the Hardys came out, and my girlfriend, who knows them, because I have a picture of them on my wall because I met them, and I got Jeff Hardy's autograph and whatnot, which I finessed, by the way. I met the Hardys, and so to meet them was pretty expensive. For a photo, it was like, I think like $30, and to meet both of them, it was like $60, and then if you pay like $80, I think you get the autograph of both. So me, I was just like, all right, let me pay for the Hardy photo and the Hardy autograph, because when I say Hardy, I mean Jeff, I'm sorry, because I was a big Jeff Hardy fan. I am a big Jeff Hardy fan. I grew up with him. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, so I chose him. Little did I know, man, as soon as I gave the money to whoever it was at the very front, Matt Hardy slid in the picture, and we took it together, and then I was about to walk away, and then they didn't really give me my autograph. I didn't get any autograph at all, so I was like, hey, I paid for the autograph, blah, blah, blah. I probably could have finessed both of their autographs, but I did get Jeff Hardy's autograph. Everything went all smooth, so it's lit. It's very lit. No, not to get off topic, but yeah, Matt Hardy, I'm sorry, guys. Matt Hardy was looking very broken. If this is the start of it, that's amazing, and I'm excited to see the way they do it and the way they go with it, because I'm unfamiliar with the broken universe, except bits and pieces of it. So, I can't wait for this episode of Raw, to be honest with you. I'm talking like I love this show, and honestly with you, I didn't. I saw after the show. Granted, I did watch it on a delay, so I was already tired. I was like, wow, this is kind of boring. I thought this whole show was pretty boring, if we're being real, because a lot of their finishes. And we could get into that more for the next match. But I didn't have as much fun with the show as I sound now. If I did my reaction right after the show, it probably would have been... As soon as the match ended, pay-per-view ended, I thought it was the worst pay-per-view of the year, if we're being really honest. Not that it had any bad matches. I don't think it had any bad matches. The worst match was okay. And I think the worst match was Miz and Ambrose. And Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Worst match was okay. It was just... I feel like the only great matches on the card was the ambulance match and this 30-minute Iron Man match right here. And not even. I think this was the only great match on the card. The other ones were all good. And that's the thing with me is, I rather sacrifice a bad match. I'd rather get a bad match and a great match than two good matches. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. I felt like it's a pay-per-view. I want to see everything. I want to see you go all out. Like, I'm so used to it in NXT when every match in NXT come pay-per-view time are ridiculous. You know, they go long, they get good time, they have a clear finish, and I guess those are like the big fours, though. And the big fours don't even do that, but in actual WWE. But you know what I mean? It's just, this match was really good. The Iron Man match was great. But the matches before, like Enzo and Big Cass, that was a quick squash match. I don't know why people are saying this is pay-per-view of the year. The Enzo and Cass match was a squash match. Yes, Enzo had a great promo before. Rollins and Bray Wyatt wasn't intriguing me. I mean, it was an okay match. It felt like it was on Raw, though. And let's talk about the next match. We had Banks versus Alexa Bliss. And, Bliss did the double jointed trick again. again, key word here, because the commentators acted like they never seen it before. They're like, oh my God, Corey, did you ever see anything like that before? Yes, on SmackDown. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was on SmackDown against Becky Lynch. We seen the trick before. You guys don't watch the other product, or are we just forced to watch the other product? Nevertheless, this was a good match. I'm not trying to hate on this match. It was a very good match, actually. But the finish. Alexa Bliss taking the 10 count. Are you dead ass? I'm cool with it sometimes, but we just saw this finish with the Usos. And I love it. The Sasha Banks was looking at Alexa Bliss like, bitch, are you really not going to walk? Are you really not going to roll in the ring? Sasha, you could just roll your ass out and refresh the count. I'll be doing that all day until they get back in the ring. I said that last time with the Usos win. Lost, whatever. I'll keep rolling in, rolling out, rolling in, rolling out until the referee does something about it. It is what it is. Good match with, once again, a bad finish. That's how it ended, but it didn't really end here, which was good. You know, Sasha Banks wasn't content with that. They ended up brawling. It looked like Alexa Bliss was going to DDT her into the table, but Sasha Banks threw her off and hit her double knees from the table to, like, the little low area of the, like, stage. It was a pretty good jump. But the double knees, that shit looked great. I give you guys that. That shit was amazing. I really like that spot. And yeah, that really did the match justice for me, to be honest. And Sasha Banks, you scare me every match. You're way too flexible. Miz vs. Ambrose was the next match. My biggest compliment I could give this match. Bo Dallas. He looks good. His little, not gimmick, but his outfit, his attire, it was good. I thought he looked pretty badass. If we're being real, I don't know. I haven't heard any reception of his outfit yet. I feel like I'm the first person to mention it. But I kind of liked it. It was different. I didn't like the onesie, what is it called? Damn it. I got it. My friend is a wrestler. What the hell is it called? The uni, something lit. I feel like it's something lit. I don't know. Yeah, I really liked his outfit, and he needs something different. And this Miztourage, if he got the stunt double over, maybe he could get these people over, because I'm a big fan of Bo Dallas. He got charisma. He's a pretty good wrestler. Curtis Axel, I don't really know. I mean, I've been watching him since he debuted, and I still haven't really seen much of the guy, but it is what it is. I do like the Miztourage idea, at least. Because if they can make two jobbers into something a little more special, then it is what it is. A mid-card stable is cool. And Maurice is always amazing. Great manager. And that's how they won. Maurice put Miz's foot on the rope. And then after a few distractions from the Miztourage, skull-crushing finale was hit and Miz won. This match wasn't that good. It wasn't good at all. It was boring. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. And yeah, this, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why people are jumping over the board and saying this was an amazing pay-per-view of the year, because it really wasn't for me. Next up, we had Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in a very entertaining match. I don't think it was their best match, but an entertaining one. You didn't have to wait too long for the action at all. Braun, you're an absolute monster. He was taking chair shots on the shoulder, and then he took one chair shot standing up, and he just ate it, and Roman Reigns looked scared. It was just great all around. Strowman got put through an LED board in the back. A huge brawl. And then as Roman Reigns attempted a spear with the doors wide open in the ambulance, Strowman was like, let me just move out the way. And Strowman flew headfirst. He flew like a bullet, though. I give him that. That was an actual spear. He flew like a bullet right into the ambulance, closed the door. And as Strowman was celebrating, with his roar, I'm Braun Strowman and I'm a monster, Roman Reigns got out the vehicle and they started brawling some more. And this led to Braun Strowman getting put in the vehicle and Roman Reigns driving that vehicle in Stone Cold fashion, driving it out the arena area, I guess, the stage area. And he went to the back and he rammed the vehicle into trailer. I forgot what it's called. SUV trailer? I'm sorry. What are they called? A 4-wheel trailer? Whatever the hell it's called. Rammed it into a trailer home or trailer bus, whatever. What the hell is called? This car was crushed. It felt like they took an hour to... It took so long to get Strowman out. They played a match in between that didn't really matter. Again, Kurt Hawkins versus Heath Slater. Why did that happen at all? Why? Why are we doing this? Why? Okay. If anything, you should have had what's his name? The guy that looks like Damian Sandow. Elias Sampson do a concert in the middle of the ring. I would have much preferred that. The match wasn't even paid attention to. Like, they literally minimized it while it was happening. But it took forever to get Strowman out the vehicle. But he walked on his own 2 feet, bloodied up, out, said, "Leave me alone." God damn, that's how you build a face. And that's how you make a heel. Except Roman Reigns is your heel, or is your face, and Braun Strowman is your heel. Whatever. Is Roman Reigns a face? Real question. We always say, I brought this up before, we always say that Roman Reigns is getting shoved down our throats as this baby face, hugging kids, make-a-wishes. But is he? Over the past year, I feel like he's been a savage, and we're just not accepting it because he's still winning every match. This is the Roman Reigns we've been wanting to see, the one that destroyed Triple H, the one that been going crazy with Braun Strowman like an animal. This is the Roman Reigns we wanted to see, is it or not? You know, the one that retired The Undertaker, whatever. Yeah, this was a great spot. And just a little tip for the trash firemen they had at the Great Balls of Fire show. How you got a show called Great Balls of Fire and your firemen are trash? Because all you had to do, logically speaking, the whole back of the ambulance was off. If you drive the car forward, you could just, there's a good enough gash in the through the trunk doors or the back doors of the ambulance that you could have just pushed that out and have Strowman get through instead of waiting for 10 minutes to get Strowman out the car. Honestly, I fast forwarded it because I was on the delay and I wasn't gonna wait to see how long it was gonna take and watch a Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater match. Yeah, I don't know who won, if there was a winner, by the way. Yeah. The firemen were trash. Jamie Noble, I don't know why he felt like he had control of the whole situation. He was like, "We're going to get you, Strowman." Yeah, it didn't work out like that. Strowman is a badass. Shout out to Braun Strowman. A good match. Very good match. But then this next match came. One, the promo packages for the most part was beautiful. The Enzo Amore promo package was beautiful. Samoa Joe one, beautiful. And man, I was rooting for Samoa Joe so heavy. I was thinking he might be able to do it. He attacked Brock Lesnar before the bell, put him through a table, was dominant, kept teasing the coquina clutch, took some suplexes, but all it took was one F5. And I'll be honest with you, the F5 is not a powerful finisher anymore. We've seen John Cena break out of it 10 times. Roman Reigns 18. I think Seth Rollins broke out of it before. It's not a powerful finisher anymore. Goldberg broke out of it. Samoa Joe took one, and it was done. It was a good match. I just wish they would have scrapped the one F5, have Samoa Joe kick out, keep the match going, because once he hit the F5 and then he pinned him 1, 2, 3, I was like, wow, I just felt really underwhelmed. Like, that was going real good. That just killed the whole momentum. If they would have just had him kick out the F5, and I know how people feel about kicking out of finishers so often, but for this match, it should have been. It was hyped up to be this war, and it was perfect. And I felt that Brock Lesnar and Goldberg feeling, and I was like, I remember when Goldberg destroyed Brock Lesnar, and we said if they gave that rub to a guy like Samoa Joe, which was this dream match at the time, it would have been amazing. And I felt like, oh my God, they might give the rub to Samoa Joe and this will be amazing. If he would have broke out of that F5, and even if it would have just took one more to get Samoa Joe down, I would have been content with that. Instead, it's just a clean loss, not a brutalizing one for Samoa Joe. Ah, man, I wish Samoa Joe would have won. I really do. Only thing I could think of to I don't know, make this work. SummerSlam. Roman Reigns, goddamn you. There's an article on WWE.com that says, does Roman deserve a title shot? ? No, his ass doesn't. When was the last time he won a pay-per-view match? Lost all his matches to Braun Strowman. He probably won the... No, he didn't win the Fatal 4-Way. Fatal 5-Way. No, he doesn't deserve the Universal title shot. Braun Strowman does, in all reality. But if we're going to throw Roman Reigns in there, I'd rather see, instead of Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and Brock, throw Samoa Joe in there. And fuck everything else. Have Samoa Joe win. This gets rid of, SummerSlam got to be like 10 hours long because WWE likes doing that. This is a multi-man match people will love, filled with straight monsters. There will be no losers. You get rid of 4 of your main event talent on your Raw brand, so you don't got them doing busy work in the lower level of the card. You get rid of your top 4. You put Seth Rollins against Miz or Bray Wyatt versus Miz, preferably Seth Rollins just because the heel face and Bray Wyatt isn't really that interesting. Maybe now you do your Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. There you go. You got 3 matches for your Raw brand, and it's almost covered. You throw in a women's match, and you're all good. Maybe a tag team match. There you go. You're done. You don't got to do no more for your Raw brand. Sorry, Dean Ambrose. I guess the Cruiserweight match, too. But, all these championships make it a little hard. And then for SmackDown, you have John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. You get John Cena out the way. I don't know what they're going to do with Styles and Owens now. That's going to be a little tricky. Then, SmackDown doesn't really have as many options as Raw does just because of the depth of the Raw roster. They got the Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, all the monsters, Enzo Amore, Big Cass, the tag teams, the women's, the cruiserweights. It's a lot to do with Raw. But I don't want to see SummerSlam for 8 hours, so I feel like you put the 4 monsters in one match and just have them go. Have them go. Have Samoa Joe win. Have him pin Brock Lesnar. Have him pin anybody except Braun Strowman. And if we just see a Braun versus Brock match, SummerSlam, I'm cool with that. If we see a Reigns versus Brock match at SummerSlam, if that means we're not going to get it at WrestleMania, I am cool with that. But I swear to God, if it's... I don't know. Another finish I didn't like, though. So, I enjoyed full-length matches. I enjoyed 2. The ambulance match and the Iron Man match. And the Enzo and Big Cass. But that was 5 minutes, so does that really count? 3 matches out of the 8 or whatever it was. So this pay-per-view is not as good as people are making it seem. I'm sorry, guys. It is just my opinion, though. If you guys liked it, good for you guys. I'm glad. But as far as I go, not a big fan of it. It was a cool card, cool show, a long show in my opinion. It felt long at least, and it was a little boring at times with a few bad finishes. So that's my opinion on the card. If I was to rate it, I see an A++ for the card, and an A+ and an A and an A-. If I was to rate it, in all honesty, I'll be looking at a C+, B-, maybe a B-. Maybe a B-. It's hard to do the grade lettering, though. So, I mean, a C+ is what in college? Like a 75%? So, you know what? That's not terrible, right? 75%. Think about 75% is a lot high. If you think about it on, like, Rotten Tomatoes scoring. All right, I'm trying to get too deep with it. If it was Rotten Tomatoes scoring, if you guys are movie fans, shout out to you guys. Go see Spider-Man. That's a great movie. And I'm going to go see Planet of the Apes Wednesday. It's lit. Hitting up that triple feature, and I get to see it 2 days early. But if we're rating it Rotten Tomatoes scoring level, I feel like we'll have to be talking like a 55 area for the card. But that sounds a lot worse than what it really is. We know there's some good 55% movies. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Shout out to you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed the card. How well did you enjoy it? Did you love it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Whatever you did, tell me. Let me know down below. We reached over 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel. It's lingering at like 120 right now. SoundCloud, iTunes, you can catch us there. You can catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube under the name All of the Above ENT. Leave a like, leave a share, tweet us. If you want to tweet at me, I never really do this, but if you want to tweet at me, my @name on Twitter is @cgonz, CGONZ _223. Ask me wrestling questions. Ask me this, ask me that. I really don't care. You can leave a comment. You can ask me something there. I will personally respond back. I got nothing better to do with my life, and I would like to communicate with anybody. So, thank you guys for listening. We have a lot coming on the way, so definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned. By September, it's going to get a little busy, and it's going to be lovely. So, thank you guys for listening. My phone is blowing up, yo. All right. Thank you guys for listening. I don't know when's the next time you can catch me, but I will have another episode this week. I'm trying to get this out before the Monday Night Raw starts. Let's see if that works out. Thank you guys once again. We out. Not we. I'm me. Voice of the Youth Christian. You know what I mean? All right, we out. I'm out. Damn it. Or whatever. Maharaja.